Hola, bonjour, wagwan sak passe. It is Roxy Rose, and you might see that I have done like 3 videos like this, but like I need to hit it back to back to back because like during the week it gets busy and I have not been putting it out as much since was not feeling too well. But anyways, let me get into this video. Okay, so this is a story time of when I tripped off of weed. I don't know if the weed was laced. I feel like it was, but it was mostly me who was doing the tripping, so maybe it was just not for me that day. Now, if you are under 18, please, I do not condone smoking for little kids, although, you know, I was young myself, but don't do it, please, don't do it. Okay. If you want to smoke, you're young, ask your parents. All right. Now let me get into this. So I was dating this guy, and we're gonna call him Michael. It kind of rhymes with his name anyway, so we're gonna call him Michael. And basically we would all chill together like in a park. So it would be like me, my friends, Michael, some random people, whatever. We would all chill. So I would say we were like, we used to buy from this guy. So he was an Asian guy, like these guys. So Michael, and we'll call his friend Tony. Okay, they were close at that time. His friend Tony is Asian, and he would go to another Asian guy. So this Asian guy was a big known dealer, and he would sell to us. He would sell to everyone to make that coin, you know what I mean? And we're gonna call him Junk Girl. Okay, so then Tony and Michael would go to Junk Girl to buy Piff. And we would smoke. Like before, I never had a problem. Like other people would get from him, and I never had a problem. But like this one time, Tony and Michael were doing games. So basically, when someone would smoke in the weed, they would basically choke you. You know that game where you're like, you have to hold your breath, and then after it's like feels like you're gonna pass out. So yes, we were stupid. But they would do those games, and like that day I guess everyone was doing the games, so we were just smoking. And this could be also why I was tripping, because of doing some stupid games that, you know, could really be risky. We were in the park doing smoking, and then after we transferred to like near the train tracks, so there was like a spot you could chill near the train tracks. And then I was fine until we reached the train tracks. I felt like a little bit like woozy, in and out, like I was in a dream somewhere. So it felt like I was in a dream somewhere while we were at the train tracks, and like things were just feeling like hazy to me. So then I like distantly was hearing like the conversations of the friends and whatnot. And then they decided that they got the munchies, so they're like, okay, let's go to eat. And we went like through this train tracks, like we were walking on the train tracks. And believe it or not, we walked these train tracks before. However, that time, like something, I don't know what happened, but like I went super zoned out. I was like, just lost my memory basically for a little bit. Like I was like, okay, where am I? What am I doing? Who am I with? Like, oh my I went like completely, felt like I was another person. I didn't know who, like, I didn't know what was happening, who I was with or whatnot. So then after, I'm like walking, following them. I'm like, yo, I don't feel good, whatever. And then after, they're like, come, like, you'll feel better when you eat. You'll feel better when you eat. So we go, and then there's like this intersection. So it's kind of near the highway, the intersection where we have to cross. So like cars are coming back and forth and whatnot. But like this had me tripping out even more because the cars looked like they were going super fast. And like everyone was crossing the street, and I'm like, yo, what the like the oh, oops. Oh, the cars look like they're going so fast I can't cross the street. So everyone's on the other side, like, come on. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm going to die today by getting hit by a car. Yeah. And then finally, I'm like, okay, so they're like, come. And then I'm like running, and I'm running across the street, and this car is coming. I probably felt like I'm running fast, but I don't know, maybe it felt like, maybe it was slow. And then I hear like the car honking, but like I was like past it, and I ran across the street and finally made it. So I was already knew I was tripping from there because like the car lights were like boom, felt like so fast, like I could not cross. Then finally we get to the the place. It was a fast food place, and we're sitting there, and I'm like, oh, like I don't feel well. I don't even know if I ate. I really can't remember, but I remember they got me a drink, and there was a girl there, and basically she was like talking a lot, and I really don't know if it was disturbing me, but I was so like zoned out, and I was like, oh, like aggravated, and then I just threw the drink on her, and I was like, oh, like please. And then everyone's laughing, she was laughing, but really that was wrong of me, but I was high as a kite and didn't know what was going on, and I am sorry that I did that. Honestly, I'm really sorry, but I do remember doing that, and I felt, I don't, like at that point I was like so in another world that I was like, ugh. You know, I went outside, and I'm sitting outside on like a parking stone. And then I'm just feeling like woozy. Then people are checking on me and whatnot. And then finally they're like, okay, let's go. I don't even remember walking back to the original park where we started. So all of that was like a blackout, how I came back to the park. But then I'm sitting at the park. I think I was sleeping it off on the bench. And I remember telling them, like, okay, call my mom. Like, this is really ridiculous. Now I'm not feeling good. I don't know what's happening to me. I don't feel good. Please call my mom. But they are like, hell no, we ain't calling your mom. You're going to sit at this bench till you feel better. So the reason why they didn't call my mom is probably because they thought I would have got licks or whatnot. And that's true. I would have got licks, but I would have got licks after I was sent to the hospital. Like, she would have licked me right while I'm feeling down. I would have rather got licks than felt that way. And also, those, like a lot of people who I was with, their parents are black, so if their parents found out, they would have got licks too. So I was at the bench, and like different people kept coming to check on me, and they're like, okay, are you okay? Are you okay? Then it got really late, like, and I was sleeping in the park. I was all alone. All these bitches left me on the park alone. Like, something could have happened to me. I was uptown in the park in the little girl like me. Anyways, I don't know what happened, but like it was like maybe really late past my curfew. I woke up and I seen it was hella dark, like really dark. It was probably past like 9:30, I don't know, but it was really really dark. And then like God had me then because he was like, okay, now you feel a little better enough to move, enough to go on your own way, go home. So I felt better. I don't know if it was also the cold air that helped me feel a little better or whatnot. So then I went home, took the metro, and it was like another 45 minutes before I got home. So my mama was already hella mad, yelling at me. So y'all should have called my mama in the first place because I got in trouble anyway. Okay. So anyways, when I got home, I didn't say what happened because I was already feeling better. I just went to bed after getting yelled at. And yeah, that's the time I tripped off of a weed. I don't know if it was laced or if it was because of the stupid games we were playing because we were so dumb and young. But the moral of the story is, if you're a kid and going through this situation, or if your friend's going through it and they say, call my mama, call their damn mama, because something else can happen. And you know, it's better to be safe than sorry. You know, you need to be careful as kids who you hang around because they might leave you in the park all alone while you're high. True story, okay? And also, if you want to smoke weed, as I said, ask your parents because maybe they will get the weed for you instead of you getting it from some random person who you never met or who you don't know, and just because you're dating someone named Michael and you want to have some friends like other people who will leave you alone in the freaking park. So that's my story of when I tripped off of weed. It wasn't a fun experience. And don't ask me why after that experience, actually, I was more like considerate of thinking of who I would get weed from, and like, okay, I never got weed from that guy again. They said they were getting weed from Junker. I'm like, oh, no, thank you. I'm never getting weed from him again. Never. You can trip off, but not me. Anyways, thanks for watching my story time. And remember, when life pricks you with thorns, gives you bad weed or whatnot, don't worry, boo-boo. Search and smell for them roses. Okay. Thanks for watching. Bye. Ciao. Adios. Au revoir. See ya later. Hey. Bye.